The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Mid-Carolina Service Company.
Mid-Carolina Service Company is the first name to search for your residential or commercial HVAC needs in Lexington and surrounding areas.
Just go holler at Jason and Clint. They'll hook you up on the air conditioners, on the restaurant equipment, refrigerators, refrigeration, ice machine repair. They've been doing this for years. I know them cats forever.
Family owned and operated since 2006, they pride themselves in their quality work and customer relationships. Call 803-356-4153 or visit midcarolinaserviceco.com for a no obligation quote for service today.
The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by True Brilliance Entertainment.
True Brilliance is a production, promotions, and management company dedicated to connecting artists and producers across the Carolinas to music industry professionals.
Several of their clients have placements both domestic and internationally as a result of their services.
Are you an artist or producer looking to build meaningful relationships within the music industry? Then True Brilliance is for you. Check them out at paramilitary.com. That's spelled P-A-I-R-A military.com.
This episode of the Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Bob's. Bob's is a Columbia-based retailer of over 100 Black-owned products from 20 Black-owned businesses. Bob's offers a wide range of items from household cleaning, cosmetics, and everything in between. With every visit to Bob's, you support Black-owned businesses, giving them the opportunity to grow and establish connections with our community. Bob's is located inside the Noma warehouse at 2222 Sumter Street in Columbia, South Carolina. Visit their website, weshopbobs.com, for in-store pickup or to find out more. Bob's can also be found via social media on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at weshopbobs. When you stop by, tell them the Hilltop Glove sent you. Bob's brings quality Black brands to the Columbia community. The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Red Rooster Sports Bar and Grill. Red Rooster is your neighborhood bar and grill serving the best wings, burgers, and baskets in the Met.
Like the amazing food, the bar is always on tap, and there's plenty of screens to watch the big game. Red Rooster is the Midland's premier meetup spot for local car and bike clubs, fraternities, and sororities.
Staff is dedicated to accommodating all kinds of parties and events. If you're looking to catch a game, have a bite, and a drink, look no further than the Red Rooster.
Red Rooster is located at 7500 Wilson Boulevard, Columbia, South Carolina. For more information, visit redroostersportsbar.com or visit them on Facebook and Instagram at Red Rooster Sports Bar. Go where the winners go.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast.
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 Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Hilltop Glove Podcast. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Mr. James Patrick, also known as JP, a wellness instructor, exercise/massage therapist, mental health advocate in Columbia, South Carolina. He was born and raised in Columbia. Mr. Patrick is considered a jack of all trades, but every hat that he wears has the same label of mental health and wellness. JP has a lifelong career as a personal trainer and wellness consultant. With over 15 years of experience as a fitness professional, Mr. Patrick has had a pleasure of serving as a wellness partner for the former Mayor Steve Benjamin's community wellness initiative, Move with the Mayor. He's partnered with Columbia Parks and Recreation, as well as Oak Street Health, a national franchise physicians clinic, to provide community classes for all to enjoy. James believes that the more he educates others, the more he desires to learn. As a recent recipient of Columbia's Business Monthly Best and Brightest Under 35, James has always believed that education is the platform for growth. From owning his own gym to now being a freelance fitness guru, James's brand, Aspire Wellness, has impacted many fitness enthusiasts. You can catch him alongside Ms. Billie Jean Shaw every Wednesday on Soda City Live Wellness Wednesday, as well as performing his own future segment in Charlotte
It's really
Did we
going
drop
down
that? Did
in
we drop
Charlotte.
that
We can
now?
go ahead and drop it.
Okay.
We're going to drop it.
Promotions.
We can go ahead and promote that thing.
So
Yeah.
how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for being here with
I feel
us.
awesome. How are y'all doing?
I bet you do.
I feel it's listen.
I bet you do.
I'm on a Saturday self-care, you know, and so that includes working and cooking and making mimosas. So it's been a nice, you know, it's a good day. Great day.
Here, everybody else. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Listen, you got to take care of you. You got to take care of you.
So just to start off, a lot of our audience may not know you. So can you tell us a little bit about your childhood experiences as well as who influenced you growing up?
Yeah, so I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I am a Southeastern boy. I am the product of 4A. I'm from Bluff Road. Let's see, I'm the product of a really hardworking single mama who had me by happenstance at 43.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My mom was like 50 when I was in the 5th grade. Straight up. Yeah. And she's a super sexy Virgo though. Like she's in her mid 70s. Yeah. You know why? Because Hellraisers don't ever get old. They just continue to evolve and become more and more Hellraisers. But no, she single-handedly raised me. She married my stepdad when I was 6, and they were married until I was 18, and I graduated from high school. So I graduated high school a year earlier than I walked. So I left high school a year early, and I spent most of that time in Mableton, Georgia, back and forth doing dancey stuff. And I got a scholarship to AMDA, which is in New York.
Oh.
And when I was 18, I walked. I graduated. And 6 weeks after I graduated, my stepdad died in a freak accident. And he was at work. He owned his own business. He owned a welding and fabricating business. And so he was the first person to make those spiral staircases. And back in the day, like nobody was making those. So he was like making those. And so he was holding the staircase up and it pulled him down, and he held it up long enough to get people out of the way so that nobody else would get hurt. Oh, wow. And it pulled him down with him. He had a brain injury, and the next day he was pronounced dead. That was the beginning of my adulthood. God. So I went from, having visions of, going to school to now we need to get a full-time job. We need to figure out, what life is going to look like. And yeah, I started doing a lot of freelance dancing. And I got a certification in group fitness because I had gotten a job at a gym. And when I got the job at the gym, I was working at the front desk, and there was some lady teaching class in the back, and she was so loud, and she was playing Outkast B.O.B. And I was like, what is going on back there? So I snuck in the back door and I looked, and it was this lady named Michelle Austin who worked for Hot 103.9. Yeah. Michelle passed away last summer, but she was the person that introduced me to group fitness. So I got into group fitness at an early age. I knew I wanted to work at a gym because I lost a bunch of weight as a kid.
Yeah, tell them that story because they really don't know.
Yeah, so I was a fat kid. I was a size 40. So my mom would have to take me to Dillard's at Richland Mall. And my aunt was a world-renowned seamstress. Like, this lady could sew anything. So she would take me to get the Husky jeans. Yeah. And my aunt would cut the jeans, and that's how I would wear my clothes. Yeah. Because I was wearing a men's 40.
Shut the front.
Yeah. Oh. And I was 10. I was 10 or 11, yeah.
Oh, Lord, who am I looking at right now?
When he tells that story, I'm like, people need to hear that because they really don't know that about you.
Yeah.
And they admire your body so much. So you need to see the work.
I said it's motivational.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a little backwards for me because I went from still hating my body up until my mid-20s. Oh, wow. I still had I wasn't in a place where I understood the psychological effects of losing a drastic amount of weight and being, yeah. I didn't really start liking my body until I was maybe 26, 27. When I got 31, 32, honestly, I was like, I am fine. I'm getting in boys, just men in general, all over the world started more body positivity. So I'm like, oh, everybody's body is a body. It's great. It's your body. You got to love it. I got to love my body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, man. That blew my mind.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I got to lead with that more.
No, seriously, please do. Because a lot of folks, they don't see themselves in a particular light, mm-hmm. and they don't realize that it is possible to do.
Or it's not like people that look a certain way that it's not just natural to them. They don't have
There you go.
An easy way to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea that you could put forth effort and such. I don't know.
And get results.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've always been like scrawny, but now I got that dad bod. And so now I got to actually like work for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it used to be I could eat whatever. I could eat contests and it would just disappear.
Yeah.
But it changes over time. And so you got to.
Yeah, JP, I'm going to have to start chasing you, man. I'm going to start chasing you. I know my wife, she really wants to do some group fitness things. And exercise. That's her big thing because she says it's better. She says she has a better response when doing that as opposed to working by herself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gym. And I told her I agree.
Some accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her I agree.
Somebody else there. Hey, where were you at?
We have fitness love languages too.
True.
You know,
I
like
see that.
some of our fitness love languages include, you know, isolation. Like mine is more so isolation. So I can teach group fitness all day. I do not like working out with people.
So you still got to do it by yourself.
Don't call me. Don't. No, if you see me in the gym, don't just and like I need the isolation for myself to recoup.
Gotcha.
But hers might be like more social. You know, group fitness speaks to a lot of women in a social regard. You know, they can go in there and cackle before and after. And
there you go. It
just,
That's where she gets her socialing.
I'm telling you.
I like to do by myself too.
Yeah, she's a loner too.
Because some people's drive is not as hard as yours. They're like, why are we doing so much? And it's like, didn't you come here to work out? I don't care. We're here for 2 hours. Stop complaining. I'll complain, but it's just, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And it's like some people give up and just, man, I'm never going to the gym with you again.
And see, I don't want to be the person, like I'm generally known as like the good guy. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to be the a-hole in the gym.
Bad cop.
Because, you know, I bought you in the gym anticipating that we're going to work. And now you're complaining. And now I'm like, you can go sit down. And, you know, and now I'm on a schedule here. Right. Well, you can record me. Oh, that would be good. Yeah. Look, you're going to have to do something, but you can't be on fake.
Some type of
some way, shape, or form.
Especially if we rode together. If you rode with me, we're not leaving until I am done. It's my turn.
Okay. But, man, all right. So this is the question I have for you. I know we're going to go into education and professionalism, speaking about how that's important to you, as well as making sure that you're, and this is a question I have because as a fitness coach, right? Mm-hmm. Do you also deal with, what's the word I'm trying to use, nutrition and eating habits as well?
Oh, with my clients?
Yeah.
Yes. I practice intuitive eating.
Okay.
And so intuitive eating.
Talk about that.
Lord, intuitive eating is the belief system that being present in your body helps you to understand exactly what you need better. Mm-hmm. Basing it on your needs or a form of instant gratification. Mm-hmm. So listening, and when I say listening, I mean like actually, I really think I need some vegetables. Mm-hmm. That's where
when you start paying attention, it's there.
It's there. Yeah. It's really all there. So I practice intuitive eating with my clients in relation to mental health. And so when I pair those two components, what we start to learn is that mental health is directly affected by the things that we consume. And we're not just talking about you are what you eat. We're saying like on a cellular level, the macronutrients that you're consuming are either conducive or harmful to your neurons, to your neuromuscular system, to your endocrine system, to your frontal lobe. All these nutrients are making the fabric of how we feel about ourselves and how we're active in our lives.
And then we brought that lunch and learn into the senior citizens facility with LaShondra Wack, my friend, the Wacky Vegan.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Friend of the show, first season.
Yeah. It's on our season. And she does to basically teach people what to buy, how to cook it, and the benefits of it. Mm-hmm. And try it right there on the spot. And people are like, oh my God, this is vegan?
They love it. They love it. So to teach elderly people about, the importance of just healthy eating, not even veganism.
Yeah.
The food just happens to be plant-based because I don't know what y'all allergies are.
Right.
But
smart.
Yeah, you got to be safe. Not my liability insurance. But yeah, teaching elderly people, someone who's 77, 78, 85, the benefits of plant-based foods or just eating healthy, that's what we're achieving here, with Oak Street and other things.
Man, that's so dope, man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing. Hey, JP.
So let me get real weird real quick.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was made aware of and I started messing around with a little bit is just holding your hands over your food for a little bit before you eat.
Mm-hmm.
And then paying attention to what that feels like and what your body thinks about that. And sometimes something that you might be about to really, really enjoy, you put your hands just, you don't touch it. You just kind of put your hands just a little bit over the top of it and just see what happens. And, it's interesting. I don't know.
Mess up my food later.
Yeah.
Find the most sloppiest thing you
That's
can
what I was
think
about
of.
to say. Yeah.
And people at Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
All
This is
the low vibrational plates. All low
very
vibration.
low vibration.
All right.
Oh man.
I love it.
Hey JP, question. So do you believe do you see yourself as a spiritual person?
I'm very spiritual. I was raised in the Baptist church, like every other boy in Columbia.
You're right.
And, my dad was a preacher. My mom was, an usher. They were not in relation to one another. They just happened to both be in church.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm super spiritual.
Does that affect the way in which you go about your business of fitness and nutrition?
Absolutely. I have, I'll say in specifically the past 2.5 years, I've really honed in on my spirituality. And I have seen a direct result of that in my own business. And so I've incorporated, without being overly spiritual or being biased to your beliefs, just I bring my spirituality with me when I walk, when I walk in the room, when I come in. I like to think that vibration sets the tone without me having to.
I agree.
Everywhere I go with him, it's just people just gravitate towards him. I'm like, you're like a celebrity. Like,
I just walked up to him. When I walked in, I said, "Oh, that's who I need to go see."
That's it.
I walked right up and said, "What's going on?" I was like, "Yep, that's the person."
see?
It's just, and I think it speaks volumes for it precedes the rapport that you build with people. I take it with me everywhere I go, but I don't feel inundated. I don't feel obligated to inundate my clients with.
Thank you. I understand that, and I know our audience listening to it, a lot of them in our age range, they seek to be in a good physical and mental area. And of course, the fitness and the nutrition aspect, but that spiritual aspect also does sometimes work into that to help you get to that plateau, get to that level.
Yeah.
And so I like for them, our audience, anytime we have a guest on who can speak some wisdom to anything that we're talking about on those subjects, I like them to talk about these things.
Yeah.
That the audience
it's all connected.
Yeah.
Because if you want to exercise every day or on a regular schedule or whatever, you got to maintain the motivation. So do that. You got to not be depressed, and you got to have the energy to be able to do it. So you got to be eating right, and you got to have some kind of an understanding of how all of that shit fits together, so that you're not going crazy, just going, "What the fuck is all this about?"
Exactly.
So you got to work on all of it at the same time. Yeah.
That goes back to Dr. Shari Day that we have on our team. She's a licensed therapist.
Yeah.
And she does set consultation with each of the clients and give them realistic goals. Like, you got to be realistic about what you want to accomplish, especially being in the gym with James.
Yeah. You got to be realistic.
How do you get people to get to that realistic expectation zone?
So I like to leave a lot of room for error when it comes to people.
Thank you.
And that is just in my general life, because I'm hard on myself, and I don't think I ever need to be hard on anybody else as hard as I am on myself. Yeah. But you just have to let people, you got to give people here is your here it is. Okay. And I'm going to teach you this, that, and the third, but you got to barter with folks. It's weird because people have to feel like they have to know you're invested in them in order to feel like they're going to continue with anything. But I find that that's with in personal relationships, like my interpersonal relationships, that people don't feel like they're invested, or if they don't feel like you have an investment in them, they will fall by the wayside and blame it on you.
Yeah.
Because they assume
Good point.
Yeah, because they assume that you're not staring at them for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's weird, people's perception of how important they feel like they need to feel in a room in order to be.
You made a good point. And I know, like you said, you're having to deal with it on the sense of assisting somebody with their physical health, but
Man, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, people, they really, I see what you're saying. Like, they want you. If they don't feel that you're giving them a certain amount of face time, then it don't count. It doesn't count.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to let myself go.
It's not working, and it's just not it's not happening. I just don't, it's not working with my schedule, and and now it's your schedule.
Yeah. What is your schedule? What is your schedule?
Yeah, what are you really doing?
Yeah.
You signed up for this.
You signed up for this. You came to me because I literally don't advertise myself.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't advertise myself. She knows, they come. And so I didn't ask you to come, Linda.
So how do you get, all right, so like getting to, you're dealing with people working 9 to 5s out here, living their life, have children, et cetera, whatever's going on, all the stresses in life, but they want to I want to pay some attention to my physical well-being. And so they're looking to come to somebody, may not be you, but anybody coming to look them for some assistance. How realistic should a person who's working a 9 to 5, have children, how should they think about building this strategy to get physical assistance? Because that's why I'm calling it now. They need physical assistance.
Physical assistance, yeah.
So, like, when you deal with folks like that, do you sit with them and say, hey, this is what you realistically need to do? You can be seen, I can see you this many times a week. It looks like this will work for your schedule. Like, how do normal people get around that? Because I know that's the biggest thing. I'm not going to lie. I'm guilty of it.
Assessment and consultation.
Assessments and consultations. I'm sitting down vetting you.
Really?
And it gives me time to just screen you and judge you and judge you and judge you and judge you until I feel comfortable enough to know that you're going to stick with this. Or most of the time I can tell if a person is people nowadays come to me for a couple of reasons. They either want to be associated, which is really weird, but that's it's cool, whatever.
Turn into a little bit of celebrity.
It's a little
Celebrity.
Or and that doesn't stick. In 2 months, 3 months, you realize I am not loud and jumping off of. I am not.
Yeah.
I am.
This business.
This is a
training in real life.
In real life.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I shouldn't meet my heroes, and they come because they think that there's some magic.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, they think when they get to that room with you, there's no change on
and tippy tie and sarate and
Start sweating.
5 of these, 8 of these, and call me in the morning.
And call me in the morning and tell me how you love your body. So there's normally an initial and unrealistic expectation. So I set that expectation and make it more pragmatic for them by shortening their workout times and varying those time frames. So when they come in, so it's not always for you to expect like a 45-minute just grueling,
murder.
Yeah. Some days you're coming in and also you being a trainer, you gotta a lot of times we feel obligated to give our clients the beat down that they need. It's not that, this is an educational platform. So some days you're going to come in and you're going to learn. You might sweat, you might not. Right. Some days you're going to come in, I'm going to wear that ass out. But it just varies. And so I think stagnating it a little bit has helped create a more realistic environment for people. That you don't have to come to the gym every damn day and then just you kill yourself. You don't have
to get education.
Yeah.
You can get education.
Yeah, that goes right into the next topic. You do offer a lot of services. So can you tell people the services that you do offer and the education that you've accomplished over the time?
Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. I don't get off on talking about myself a lot. Yeah. So I will normally like consolidate it all and be like, I
see that. Like you're taking a...
But so I'm what you call an exercise therapy specialist. I'm an SCT, so I'm the guy that you would see after you finish physical therapy, or after you come out of a post-op or something like that. I specialize in mobility, so I help people. Like I work with blind clients, paraplegic clients, a lot of special needs clients over the past few years. And I'm a group fitness instructor, so I started off. People know me from teaching Zumba, and at this point, I'm a lot of mamas out here in Columbia. They know me from Lord Jesus. So I started off teaching group fitness. And I'm a licensed massage therapist, so I've been at LMT since 2008. I graduated and I'm in OS for Southeastern.
So you've been putting in the work on body work, basically. Yeah.
You'll transform your body like no tomorrow.
How much are so? How many years of education? Because again, our audience, a lot of folks, are learning how to be adults.
Yeah.
You're always in. You're
How do you?
always
Yeah,
educating yourself.
certifications and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, just give our audience a little bit of understanding of the pathway of how long it took for you to start, and without any certificates or degrees in this, to be able to professionally do it, because that's going to blow people's mind. I think they don't realize.
So I have licenses and certifications in what I do that gives me the autonomy to be in a room without being a liability.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, I see.
Just explain it.
Being an exercise therapist, that's a license that I carry, and that allows me to work with like people like geriatric patients or special needs or special populations.
This portion of the podcast is brought to you by Lynx Recording Studio.
Lynx is a premier audio and video recording studio in the greater Charleston area with 4 completely different booths, multiple peripherals, and 4 producers. They have the ability to service all facets of audio and video creativity.
If you need to record a song, a podcast, create a demo, or even take headshots and complete drops for Hollywood film, they've done it.
Call them at 843-879-9386 or find them online at lynxrecordingstudios.com. That's Lynx, Lynx, recordingstudios.com.
What I've done is I've taken an alternate route of what a personal trainer would look like and started working in correlation with healthcare agencies. So this past, and Lord, she's been with me. I literally talked to her more than anybody, but she's been with me. But we have been shopping ourselves to rehabilitation clinics, Edna. So like City of Columbia,
Columbia Recreation.
So we've got like different partnerships now that basically I do the same thing for all of them. I do programming and I implement and execute classes. And then I use people like her and other specialists to make a program. I take it out of the gym and put it into where it needs, where people.
So you take it from the gym aspect and you bring it to the
people. And it's like free.
I'm gonna have to bring my mama,
and we make it free.
I do the chair yoga.
I didn't know that you. Yeah, I didn't know.
And then
he
does chair fitness.
Yeah, I think there's so much that I do to the point where I'm like. People know, there are people that only know me from working in nightlife, like working in, as a host.
He does event hosting.
You event host?
Yes.
So
I don't know this part about, all I knew was
working that out there.
Yeah, I was like,
I enjoy grabbing it. So I started off in the City of Columbia. I was bugging Kim Mitchell to do this 9 years ago, and she was like, I don't know you. Why don't you come to an event and I'll just see what. So I came to this kids' day and it was like from 11 to 8 one day. This was 8-9 years ago. And I talked to her. She looks at me and she's like, hey, here, grab this mic. Do me a favor. Grab this mic. Read this. Don't cuss. And 6 hours, right. That's the first thing I said. I'm like, and literally 6.5 hours I worked for free that day. And that's how I got into event hosting. And so from there, the weekend, if y'all remember the weekend, it was on Two Notch Road for a couple of minutes. The weekend was a lady who was she was the manager there. Anyway, she put me on a couple of years ago, 2018. And so I worked nightlife for a year at the weekend. That was a lesson learned. But I did that for a year. So yeah, I've been doing event hosting and now I just do like special events. And
he also teaches people how to dance, choreography.
Dancing is that's my forefront. That's
where everything started with.
That's where everything started. Yeah, I'm always going to be a dancer. I hope to be a dancer until I'm old.
And do you're actively doing choreography for folks?
Yeah. What did I just...
That Marcus Allen video.
Yeah, I just Marcus Allen, artist out of Charleston.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Okay, I created the slide routine for him. Yeah, I did. Yeah, sitting in the room.
I mean, South Carolina's this big.
With Candace Saxon.
With Candace, yeah.
She created a dance routine, and I was one of her models.
Yes,
that's how I first met James. Probably like what?
Oh my Lord, that was
10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was when he had his own studio. Yeah.
Oh my God!
You just drew him all the way back.
Took me all the way. Yeah, I was choreographing for a lingerie line, and yeah,
Question: Do you do TikTok videos?
You know what? I am overwhelmed by social media.
I was about. That's why I had to be
extremely overwhelming.
Really?
I have TikTok. I have 3 videos on there. I just find it to be as much as I do.
Yeah.
I don't do it for the.
I keep running the same thing as I know it's important, but like I never want to do it. And I'm never like doing the thing and being like, oh, I should share this with everything.
That's why he has me.
He pulls the phone out.
Yeah, you gotta get somebody else.
Good.
I catch everything and just here you go. Here you go.
You know, he needs to teach us. He needs to get us to go to TikTok dance so we can do it for the Hilltop Club. And then we dance.
Y'all need y'all to Corey show line.
Yes, correct. And do it.
Yeah.
Do it, and then put us out there.
And then somebody comes out
to the
with
Fortnite folks.
Seriously.
No,
serious. I think it'll pop.
And
because I'm mad at it.
slide and then just come down.
See,
like
if somebody could teach me something to do, I could do it.
That's it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to work on that shit for
you.
you.
What were you doing on your wedding day?
I was dancing.
You was?
I don't know what it was looking like, but I was dancing. You can ask everybody. I was drinking.
Yeah.
I was taking shots of Ray and Nephew.
Oh, Lord.
So I, of course, was there. Look at it. I was a dancing man that night.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
What time did you pass out? Or do you know?
2:30.
Yeah.
2:45, right? A little bit before 3 o'clock.
It got real quiet.
It got real quiet.
Yeah.
I didn't, how you know,
Yeah.
I didn't say that. And then my wife was in there. She was just talking. I was just washed my face. I slowly folded my stuff, put everything away, just lay down. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I just woke up the next day. Everybody was out. She was out of the room, just left me in there by myself. I said, "What's going on?"
Yeah, you can't do it.
Can't do it. Oh, no more. No more than ever. No more. That was it. It's my wedding. I have fun. No more. Man, gosh, dirty. This is interesting. All right. So moving forward, of course, we talk about spotlight moments in terms of media and being the spotlight. Of course, you gain attention by being on television, in the newspaper, or publicized on blogs and social media platforms, which you're just talking about. For people with social anxiety, the effects can be much worse, to the point that it has an effect on your ability to work or feel comfortable around other people. What is it like for you to be seen by millions of people daily, whether if you're on TV or doing something and they put you on social media, etc., and how they view you in your life? Like when they see you, does it bother you? And do you handle the scrutiny of the social information age with grace?
You know what? I don't even know if I don't even think that I have put my mind frame around the idea that people are talking about me.
Yeah.
I don't know how that sounds, but I haven't.
You haven't grasped.
I haven't grasped it. And so Kelly Rowland was doing an interview and she was talking about how people compared her and Beyonce, and why isn't Kelly Rowland why don't we see it? And so I remember being on that bandwagon where I was like, Kelly Rowland could be this, Kelly Rowland could be that, Kelly Rowland. And so she was sitting there and she was like, I think there's a point of success where you're like, all right, I like what I'm doing. I like the work that I'm producing, and I like the ability to have the balance in life. And I didn't get that balance until maybe 10 months ago, honestly. Wow. So I'm enjoying the balance of life, and I enjoy
picking the shit you want to do and not worrying about the rest.
And I enjoy the whole life I have outside of, Facebook and Instagram. So I think
I like that you said that. Say that one more time for the audience.
He has a whole life outside of this.
And he enjoys it.
Where you're just
I'm just doing this all day long. And so when I come in rooms, a lot of times, I'm really coming as just James. I'm just here. I'm not here to entertain. I'll give you what you want, but I'm not here to, and so people will oftentimes think I'm.
Yeah. Do you feel pressure?
Oh my God, unmitigated. So
good work.
I'm a people pleaser too.
Okay.
I'm a part-time people pleaser.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And it's hard not to be when you're in wellness, because you can't be a bitch and be, unless you're Harvey Keitel, and you're telling people
special.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So people expect you to be nice.
And then you know how to switch it on and off like that.
Oh yeah, you got to code. I don't even know if it's code switching. It's just she just catches the authenticity of who I really am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're walking in WIS and I'm like, man, look at this shit. I can't believe it. She in 3, 2, 1.
And it's literally like that. And he just catches on so fast. And I'm like, dang.
Is that trained?
I think it's just a lot of trial and error. I've been in TV since Michael Jackson died. So I like the day I got on WLTX, Michael Jackson was pronounced dead.
Good Lord. That's weird.
So I've been doing
That's a weird.
Grieving on the air during the first interview.
I got it WLTX. That's the only I remember how long I've been doing this.
That's a while.
Yeah.
Man. That's what, 2010?
Yeah. So it's been a lot of me like practicing just.
Literally while he's on the air and I'm holding his phone and recording him, people are on texting him, I see you on TV. Good job. Like, he can't see this.
I can't see it.
He's on there right now. This
Can't
is
see it.
live, like every Wednesday. Like,
Stop.
Yeah.
That's so hilarious. I'm not going to say I'm excited right now. You know why? Because it's like I'm talking to somebody. He's famous. It's because, like, of course, I'm up here watching y'all finally so because she telling them finally so watch this. Yeah, this is a real person out here. He's famous. He ain't going to come pop up. He got stuff to do. He's busy, right? He's sitting in the room with us. He's such a cool person.
yeah.
He's so down to earth.
Oh,
Like,
thank
you.
you.
Like you said, and I understand what you're saying. Like, you have that need or that feel, say, all right, I got to go out here, I got to perform soup, I got to do this. I got to switch it on, I got to switch it off.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to relax?
A multitude of things I do to help with my relaxation. But some of the healthiest things I think I'd say I do are, I love to work out.
Yeah.
I don't even work out for like physical. I'm gonna have a body, but I work
I was
out.
about to ask you that because you get to the point like stuff's maintained.
Yeah.
So like you're doing it because it feels
But you get a chemical,
right.
Yeah,
thing
it's a
going
chemical
on,
high,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah. Muscle maturation for a man is going to go until he's about 41, 42. So I've got 7 years more of just like getting as big and juicy as I want to before I got
Speak on them.
Before that's it, buddy. Like however you look at 42, that's about as good as it's.
You ready, Mike? You can tone it. When you starting your night, I need a consultation.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get you on consultation. Because I don't want you coming and complaining about your dad body. You know, get you on consultation.
There's a category for that.
Hey, there is a category.
Yeah.
but also talk about your mental health.
Yes.
and-
Yeah. I'm really good at doing mindfulness. I do a lot of body scanning with myself.
Okay.
And that is like
Okay.
where you basically like, you start with one part of your body, like your feet. And, you see how your feet feel. Are you holding tension in your feet? And so I do a lot of that throughout the day. And having bipolar disorder with the side of ADHD, it can be very like, it can be very, very high, very low, very in, very out, very up, very down. So my job for myself is to stay on a balance as often as I can realistically stay on it. Gotcha. So I even center my work schedule around that. Like I know my body I know I can mentally go hard for 2 weeks, pull back on the third. Normally by the fourth week, I take a long vacation. And so I've learned how to work my schedule around.
You can schedule your burnout. You know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't happen right when you're in the middle of a project. That's genius. I've been trying to do that for years.
It's hard. It is. Because you're like, no, I'm just going to do a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And now I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Tamaya, I need a day. I need you to call.
I need you to call
I need you
everybody.
to schedule everything. And I'm like,
I don't care what they say.
what they paid.
You gotta do it sometimes.
You got to do it, man.
And I have to ask you, since you said that and you opened that up, dealing with bipolar disorder and ADHD does, and this is one thing I want our audience to hear this because it's something that's interesting to me. I always tell folks is not that you have to be all holistic and all, eating rice balls and stuff.
Right. Like those.
Yeah. But
I think they tasty.
What an unbiased, what a biased opinion you have.
but do you believe that your mode of business, the fact that you do physical fitness and nutrition and education, does that help with your diagnosis of bipolar disorder and ADHD? Does that help you maintain a pretty good I would say balanced and relatively smooth pace of life?
Yeah, education has really helped me on a personal level. I mean, just educating other people. The more I educate people, the more I want to educate myself.
Smart.
I really, my desire for last year was to put myself in a place where I was more of a student. But it's wild because like I feel like I become more of a teacher than anything in the process of wanting to become more of a
I was
student.
about to say, yeah, you are a teacher.
Yeah, and it's like the universe is like, okay, I know you want to be a student, but you're learning so much so quickly. Like push that info out real quick so like you can learn more stuff. So I really just enjoy teaching. My goal is to get more into that teaching. And it's helped my mental health in a tremendous way because I always feel like when I get done teaching and educating, I feel like I'm on a personal high. I feel good. You know what I mean? Like I poured into myself as I was pouring into other people.
That's dope.
Like
Yeah.
shifting energy. Like
That's
I'm
shifting
giving
energy.
you
But you get
what
it
I
back.
know. Yeah.
Well, it's fresh in your mind now. It's cultivated. There's more being grown than there was previously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaching people how to fish.
Yeah.
Hey, that is right.
Yeah,
And that makes you feel good.
Community.
Yeah. Community. Yep.
And it's cool.
Talk about what you have coming up next. A lot.
I was literally about to say, why didn't you text me earlier and tell me to put the list of stuff that is happening?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm going on Tuesday to support the Red Rose Gala, which is sponsored by Eighth Wonder Cuisine. And I'll be there just waving a hand. It's a benefit gala. Some people say galas, people say gala.
Gala.
I don't know.
That
Oranges,
event.
apples.
Gala's fun. Isn't it?
Gala.
Gala's fun. I always like that. It sounds real Southern tone.
We have the Queen's Ball. This is coming Saturday, sponsored by SJB Entertainment, which is a new event management company in Columbia. And I will be the host, aka the Duke, Duke James Patrick. And I don't know. I think is that it for the year?
So far until we move into next year. And we have Catch 'em Wednesdays.
Yeah, you also actually, so this Wednesday. It's this Wednesday. Oh my God. So this Wednesday I will calendar. She literally sees it all, like she's the only person that's he be doing all that. Yep.
You don't even know.
I put it there.
Yeah, I put it there. Put it there. But yeah, you can catch me every other Wednesday, starting next Wednesday at a Prime 1002 on Gervais Street. I will be hosting open mic.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, man.
Start coming down there.
Open mic on Wednesday, every other Wednesday. They got good food. They got good drinks.
I heard.
Yeah, and so I'll be out there every other Wednesday.
Soda City Live.
Yeah, it's every Wednesday. Wednesday, Soda City Live. Yeah, Soda City Live from 3 to 4. I'm on there every Wednesday. I'll be.
Yeah, my lady be catching it.
She be catching it, man.
Tell me about it, yo. That's how I know about it. So she be keeping. My wife follows you and you.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
That's how I know about these things. She be telling me, yes, I'm going to join on the group.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this. I
love it.
And you saw her do her. Yeah, that's right, Nisha. Yep, dope.
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
We got a lot of behind the scenes stuff popping off this year, like the rehab stuff
Rehab.
So there's some big old projects that are underway on that end. And my goal with my whole career is honestly just to create things that I don't have to post on social media.
Dope.
That's literally, I swear to you, that's all I do. I just want to create a life where if I don't post shit for a year, I'm
You're
still
good
okay.
still. Yeah.
I'm okay.
I do have to ask this before we wrap up. This is a burning question I got.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get abs? I heard about those things before. I've heard about them.
This is one question,
These
y'all.
strange muscles found in your core.
Yeah, how do you get
protruding from your midsection.
You got to walk around not letting your gut hang out all the time. That's
You know what? Dude, there's a study.
I do not know.
Let me tell you though, there's a study, and y'all can look this up. There have been a few studies that have shown that men who have stomachs, who have a larger body, who have more body fat than, say, someone like me, tend to have better sex. And they attribute it because to the fact that
absolutely,
you're not concerned with how this is you. This is how you look. By the time you get naked, you're in a comfortable state, which all of us will be, hopefully. But men who have, yep.
That's why when I see the big boys out there with all them children.
That big boy out there is mine.
See? Look, see?
Yeah. Hi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know if I want them abs no more now, Mike.
Yeah.
You can put in some
To
work.
hell with them.
Dang, so Maya.
You can put in some work.
Lift some weights.
Doing some sit-ups and eating right is a good start. I didn't get that one down yet.
Lift some weights. Eat a salad before every meal.
Okay.
That's a
Water.
great drink water.
I
You're
do
good.
that. I do my water drinking.
Yeah.
A lot
Do I
of
walk?
walking.
Yeah.
I get my steps.
10,000 a day.
Nice.
I want to be like Janet Jackson, hanging from a ceiling, doing straight full.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I don't want that.
She removed one of her ribs. or
Yes, she
something?
removed one of her ribs in the
I've
90s.
been trying to get abs for a whole year, and I've really been working, and they still.
They were there,
And then-
and let me tell you what happened.
Talk,
She
speak.
started feeling herself. You see her hair straight.
Yeah, I see it.
Tamaya's hair straight. Tamaya's not working out.
Because it ain't sweaty.
She's not working out.
I know.
Everything. Anytime I see that hair straight,
You know
when
what
I
it
see
is.
the curls popping,
Nappy, nappy nice. Nappy nice.
When I see them coils, I'm like, yeah,
Mhm, we back at work.
yeah.
And with y'all.
Nah.
This episode.
All right, y'all. Well, this DJ and what? Mike over here.
Chilling.
Mr. Maya Allen.
What up, though?
And then, of course, our esteemed guest today, Mr. James, JP, in the house. Thank you, Mr. James Patrick. I appreciate you joining us.
Oh,
Appreciate y'all.
How people can find you on social
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I
Find
really
me
want to, but go ahead.
Find me at jamespatrick.guru. There's no .com.guru. You guys can find me on Instagram, aspire_wellness_cola.
Mm-hmm.
Or JP Fitness Guru. Find me on Facebook, James Patrick. And that's about it. I ain't got no Snapchat,
No TikTok.
no
TikTok.
TikTok. Just, yeah.
No, you Twitter? You tweet?
You tweet.
No, I use my Twitter like the rest of concerning Americans just for viewership.
Oh,
That's it. Y'all don't use it.
That's it.
I don't be on saying that.
I don't be on-
I don't
That ain't no
Twitter. Twitter too dangerous.
I just learned.
Yep.
I just
Well-
don't actually want to tell everybody that much stuff.
Yo,
That's why I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on a podcast.
Thank you. Exactly. You can hear my voice up here. Hear how crazy I am up here.
yeah. Wait. We forgot to talk about your podcast.
Speak it.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys look out for my podcast, The Black Queer Culture Show, coming January 2023. We're talking all things black, queer, and culture. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, it's been a beautiful time speaking with you. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I will try to get my abs working a little bit. I'll do my best.
Do your very best, but if they
I
don't,
like your realistic expectations, though.
Yeah, because
Realistic expectations. Yes, Tamaya.
yeah,
Realistic expectations.
it's my fault that I want to be a sex kitten.
See?
But nobody else needs to be a sex kitten.
Thank you.
don't want to
Thank
be.
you.
I'm sure my wife would appreciate it.
She probably would and might.
It
Don't say that because they gotta make me feel no. Be quiet, Mike. I'm listening to what
Man.
JP just told me.
The precious.
I know.
You don't even know what's
Yeah,
coming
y'all
yet,
still
bro.
fresh. My ear sounds knee deep.
Well, we gotta get you a toddler man talk with
In the
his
doors of marriage future.
No, seriously. All right, we gotta speak with you later, man. But as I always like to tell our audience, man, make sure you tell somebody out there that you love them. I want y'all to have a blessed and a beautiful time, beautiful day, wherever you're at. I know it's a Saturday for us. I hope y'all enjoying y'all time or whatever you're doing. Please listen to us when you are relaxed and having fun, even if you're at work. I don't care. It's all good with me. This is Anwar, DJ and What with the Hilltop Club podcast. All my folks signing off. Peace.
Peace.
That's it for today's episode of the Hilltop Glove podcast. Make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hilltop Glove.